So it looks like Microsoft is planning to add more Activision games to Xbox Game Pass very soon. Let's look into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So it's been a while since Microsoft closed the ABK deal last year. When was it? October, November, I think. And since then we've been all waiting for more games to be added to Game Pass. I mean, the only game they added to Game Pass from that ABK catalog of games was Diablo 4 in April, I think, or end of March, which is great because Diablo 4 is great. That move actually added quite a lot of players to the game apparently, so they gained quite a lot of subs as well. So that's good for the game, that's good for Game Pass, of course. But what about other games? What about Call of Duty games? Of course, the new Call of Duty game that is coming this year is going to be in Game Pass day one on both Xbox and PC, so that's great. But what about the catalog of previous Call of Duty games? What about other Activision Blizzard games? When that's going to happen? We're talking about like games like Spyro or Crash Bandicoot and a couple of Transformer games, for example. Well, looks like we may be getting at least some of these games very soon. So this information is a courtesy of wccftech.com, and as always, you will find the link in the description of this video below. And so the article reads, a new rumor started by insider Extrasis reveals that Crash Bandicoot An Insane Trilogy, a remastered compilation that recently hit the 20 million unit sales milestone. That's a lot. Actually, I didn't know that. 20 million, that's a lot. Will join Game Pass next month. According to Extasis, I hope I pronounce his username right. It won't be alone, as Spyro Reignited Trilogy and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 will both be added to the subscription service shortly, though the insider couldn't confirm if that would happen in August. Windows Central has since corroborated with Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy rumor, adding that Microsoft plans to slowly add back catalog games from Activision Blizzard to Game Pass. As such, it may be a while before every classic hit in the publisher's portfolio makes it to the subscription service. And I don't even mind adding these games gradually, right? I would even say it doesn't make much sense to add all these games in one go. I guess they kind of did that with Bethesda. I mean, they didn't do that in one go. I think there was like 3 ways of games added to Game Pass back then. But I think like adding 1 or 2 games every month wouldn't hurt. So I think that would be actually better idea, because that would spread out the I guess the interest in that service even more, right? And if you combine that with the latest releases like Call of Duty or Avowed and Indiana Jones and these other games coming to Game Pass, or Flintlock 2, for example, that is coming to Game Pass this month. It's all about, I guess, balance, right? And even recently I've heard some rumors that Microsoft is having actually hard time planning all the new game releases, because you don't really want one game to cannibalize the other, right? So you don't really want to do that. And I would say that adding all the the back catalog of games makes more sense actually in more quieter months. So for example, actually June would be perfect for that, or for example August as well. Now another thing is that this article talks about the fact that August, 20th August, I think, August is the day when Gamescom opening night live will take place. So I mean, Gamescom will obviously spread out through through some few days, but that's the opening day. And some speculate that these new additions to Game Pass could potentially be announced during Gamescom, which is fine. But again, September, October, November, even December are going to be very busy months anyway. So unless there's some technical limitations to that, I don't really understand why they're not adding these games right now, or why have they not been adding these games for the past couple of months. Also, there's some speculation suggesting that maybe they were waiting for the FTC case to be totally closed. I think it hasn't been totally closed just yet, but I've heard some rumors, and I'm actually planning another video about it maybe soon. I think FTC withdraw the actual how do you call it? The case against Microsoft in the court. So I'm not sure if that's actually true. I haven't really had much time to actually check it out. But if that's the case, then maybe it makes more sense now to actually finally go ahead and start publishing these games or adding them to Game Pass. Because it's kind of funny that even though Microsoft kind of closed the deal late last year, it's like July now and we're still talking about FTC fighting Microsoft in court and stuff. So it's kind of weird, but that's the way these things go. And generally speaking, it's actually good to see that Microsoft is finally going to be adding these games, especially these type of games. And again, I'm actually super surprised. I'm actually happy as well that Insane Trilogy sold that many copies. But on the flip side, if that game sold that well and they still didn't really want to allow the Toys for Bob to work on more games, because I think they were the ones that ported that game or remastered this game, that's crazy. I mean, so the question is, how many copies a company has to sell in order to call it a success? 20 million is a lot, right? It's a multi-platform, obviously, release, but still. So anyway, guys, good news, more games coming. And I mean, hey, we've been eating pretty good this year, but later half of this year is looking fantastic when it comes to all these games. Not only first party Xbox games, but also third party and games day one in Game Pass. It's just like crazy, all these games. So I can't wait to play them all. Well, maybe not all, because not all games are for everyone, I guess. But, some of the biggest releases, I can't wait to get my hands on them. So anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care.